Hello and welcome, my name is Parky and today I am playing some more Spore. Meet me back at the end of the tribal stage where last time we left off we had managed to kill off all the rest of the tribes in the world, and we're just about to move on to civilization. So this time I've just rewound it even a little bit to where we destroy the Lavender village, where we've got a complete totem and we can now access the civilization stage. Now I've touched on this a little bit last time, but because we sort of missed all the scenes and everything, we're going to go back straight into this. Okay, so as you can see we're right bang in the middle of Industrious, as we should be. Well, fairly in the middle of Industrious anyway. But yes, we have managed to do it. And actually, also, I just want to say, I'm not sure how my microphone's going to sound, because this is actually a new microphone. Do I sound very different, or do I sound exactly the same? In which case, that is absolutely brilliant. Also, please note that I have a bit of a blocked nose, so that might be why I sound a bit different. Anyway, completely uninteresting. Let's carry on and get into Civilization stage this time. We must build a town hall. Town hall. The tribe now dominates this continent, ready to advance from the simple village life to civilized city living ahead of the rest. Which is wonderful. Okay, so actually we didn't get that scene at all, so it's completely pointless me rewinding it, but there we are. Okay, now this time I'm not really sure what I want to do. So it's going to be, I'm thinking some sort of really high-tech type civilization, or at least I'd like to try and make it that way. So people said that they wanted me to build something that was really intricate, which is fine, I can do that. Now I'm thinking, perhaps we should have some sort of multi-tiered, it's not tiered, like multi-spiked building. God, that was really badly explained. Spired. Yes, that's the word, spired. Dear God brain, it's been far too long. Right, so what we're going to do in order to do this, or at least attempt to anyway, is to make a central thing, which is going to be fairly flat. Now, I didn't really get any suggestions what people wanted to see in terms of this, which is fine, because I didn't actually ask people what they wanted to see, which I probably should have done. But I'm thinking something like this for the base. So this is a sort of platform that we're going to have all the other sort of spires coming off of. And then we're going to have one main central thing like this. And I'm going to make it slightly taller. And I'm thinking slightly thinner. Well, it might be cool if we made it sort of like slightly thinner at the top. That might be an interesting idea. Maybe something like this. Because we're industrious, aren't we? So perhaps, yeah, this might be a cool idea. A sort of like chimney stack thing. I'm sort of changing my ideas constantly here, but there we are. Right, so what we're going to do now is we are going to place these as best we can on either side. Shrink them down, but then make them taller, like so. And it's a shame, actually, we can't copy and paste things. Or if you can, I have no idea how to. But we're just going to have to sort of deal with that, I think. So we're going to put, as I said, one of these on either side. Shrink it down. It's going to be hard to get these the same sort of size, but there's not much we can do about it. And then make it tall. So in fact, I think we need to make it one click bigger. Like so. Yeah, that looks fairly symmetrical like that. Yeah, okay, so that's that done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to surround it with some smaller other things around the sides. Now I'm thinking perhaps we have like a sort of square thing at the back sticking out. Now can you see that from the front? No, you can't. Oh, that's pretty cool. I quite like that. So I'm going to keep that like this. Maybe make it a bit taller. Like so. And then, yeah, I'm liking this sort of industrial theme. And then perhaps have two small ones on either side here. Now I'm thinking these because they look slightly different. These kind of actually remind me of nuclear reactor cooling things. You know, the big sort of pots. The big pots. Oh dear. So yeah, that's what we're going to put on the front here. Not sure again how we're going to make these symmetrical. We might not be able to. But I'm going to do the best that I can. Something like this. And then we're going to have like an entrance in the middle. In a way, I kind of like the idea of doing something that sort of reminded me of Atlantis, the city of Atlantis from Stargate. Because I think that looked pretty cool, and I know you can download them. And in fact, I think, if we have a little look, let's have a little search online. Oh, we're not logged in apparently, so never mind. But yeah, I think there's actually a really good one online of Atlantis, but I kind of wanted to build something different myself, and it seems a bit sad ripping off something like that, so I don't think I'm going to. We're going to put an archway in the front. Now, actually, that looks kind of cool like that in a strange way, where it overlaps a little bit. Quite like that. I think I might just leave it like that. It sort of reminds me a little bit of a castle, because it's got like the keep and like the spires and sort of castle gate at the front, if you see what I mean. Quite like it. But this is where we're going to have some fun, because we're going to put all these different kinds of spires on the top here, make them smaller so they actually fit, and then stretch them right up. Yeah, this is definitely looking like some sort of castle now, which is fine. I suppose we can sort of go with this theme a little bit. Maybe. But yeah, we're going to put one of these. What does this look like if we stretch it up? A bit shit. So we're actually going to not stretch it up at all. We're going to have a flat one there, which actually looks quite cool. I might put another one on there to mirror that. I quite like the idea of having a different one on each, but I kind of like these now. So maybe we will just stick with this and make it flat. But not that flat because it's not symmetrical. There we go. Right, so that looks pretty cool. Quite like this. Right, now what we're going to do on the back, we need something sort of fairly square. We could put something like this. Maybe this would look good, actually. Now, does that stick out the front? No, it doesn't. Now, I like that even more, so that's pretty cool. Yes, 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 yes. I like this. Okay, and then we need to figure out what we need to do on these bottom two. I'm thinking maybe one of these, but they're not round, so it might look a bit weird. Maybe one of these. Obviously it's a bit big right now. Let's see if I can find the centre. There it is. And then shrink it right down. Actually, we can't shrink it down any more than that. So how does that look? Quite like that. Yeah, okay. So we're going to put this on the other one as well. And then we're going to put even more detail on this building in terms of the windows and front entrances. Not liking the idea of these on this, if I'm honest. We're going to put a nice door on the front, though, in between these two spires if we can. We could keep with the sort of castle theme in a way. That looks pretty cool, but it does kind of cover up the... No, I quite like that. We're going to keep that. So we're going to have some sort of weird futuristic type castle builders. Doesn't make much sense, but we're going to ignore that fact. Okay, in terms of windows, again, high tech. I don't know really what we can do to represent that brilliantly. I suppose we could just use these, as these are fairly sort of high tech looking, I suppose. Or we could use the cobbled portal. Kind of like these. So let's put these on either side. There probably is some sort of way to copy these, but I'm an idiot, and I've not actually ever copied before, so I'm not sure how that would work. We're going to make them the same sort of size. They're in line, I think. Yeah, okay. Right, now we're going to put loads of windows everywhere else. Let's just check first, actually, whether there's any of these things we want to put on, because I'm slightly concerned about the complexity meter filling up. So let's make sure we've got everything we want on here. Now, we could put some of these things, which might look quite nice. Oh, wow. Now, did they spin? That one apparently does not spin. But we can put some of these things on here. And I quite like the idea of these. Yeah. Like it indeed. And I suppose we could actually put one of these in the middle. That might look quite cool. Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of. It looks a bit weird. We might be able to recolour it. If we can't recolour it, I'll just get rid of it. And then otherwise... Actually, I'm not sure if I like this one because it doesn't move. Does this one move? Yes, it does. Okay, so we're going to put this one on here instead. Cool. Okay, I mean, it's not as symmetrical now, but it doesn't really matter. Sometimes symmetricality can be a bit of a hindrance in these sort of situations. And we've got these sort of things. We could put a balcony on the back here. That might look quite nice. And then put a window along the top. Because why not? Can we make it less sticky-outy than that? We can indeed. Maybe make it a bit longer. There we go, that's nice. And then, is there anything we can actually put on the floor here? That'd be nice as well. There doesn't seem to be too much. We could put... No, there isn't really much, is there? Maybe one of these, but then it's sort of just randomly bunging it there for no reason. Not sure about this one. It's a shame with the city halls that you don't get like the specific. Put the emphasis on the ring syllable. Wow, good job, Brian. Good job. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that, you know, with the entertainment buildings and other things, you get the specified like items for each of them that you can put on there. It'd be cool if they actually gave you that option for the city hall. I know you get these things, but you don't really get anything that you can put on the floor. I mean, I suppose you could put these on the floor, but it would look a bit weird, wouldn't it? Though, mind you, maybe not. It might look quite cool to just put a few of these little things on the floor like this. Maybe. What does this do? Nothing. Can we just put that as a decoration if we shrink it down? No, it's quite big actually, maybe not. I suppose what we could do is, what is this? TP? Is this just like a little bit of art? You could put that on the side there, I suppose. Yeah, that looks alright, doesn't it? I don't know. Let's not mess around with it too much. Let's now just put some windows on the bloody thing, shall we? And I'm thinking we just put a big window there. And we need a big window back here. Possibly a square one. That would be nice. Like so. That looks pretty cool. And then I don't want to overcrowd it. Maybe just another small window on either side here. Like that. Yes, yeah, I like that. Okay, so then we're going to put one here, shrink it down again. I'm not really sure whether they're the same size. They look about right. To be honest, we're not going to notice. And then we're going to colour it. Now, I'm not sure what kind of scheme I want to do this in. We could just sort of flick through them and see if there's any that we particularly like. That's pretty cool. I have to say I quite like that. Let's just have a check though, because I want to make sure there's none that are better. That just looks like a weird sort of sand castle. No, these other ones are really weird. I don't really like that. Apart from this one, that's alright, I suppose. This one? No, that looks even more like a sand castle. No. No. I like the one on the first page, which I've just scrolled past, which is, was it this one? Yes, it was this one, wasn't it? Okay, name the city hall. Industry Hall. 40k. Because I love Warhammer. Lol, nerd. Right, okay, there we go, perfect. So that'll do for our city hall. That's actually looking pretty cool. I quite like that design. Sort of came up with it on the spot, but I think that's possibly the best way of doing it sometimes. Money. Now, people tell me in the comments the way I need to do this is not actually by destroying or making friends with cities, but it's actually how many cities I've got as a certain type. So I think someone said that I need to have like almost equal numbers of like financial cities. I can't remember what they're called. Financial cities in comparison to religious or military. So we need to keep an eye out on that. But that might be a bit of a problem in terms of, I don't know, creating the units we need. I suppose we just need a strong military unit anyway to defend against attacks as much as anything. But we can actually buy cities as well, which would be good. That's what I'm saying, it sort of makes more sense to me about like how you take over the city. But we'll soon see, I suppose. We're about to end civilization. Maybe post in the comments this episode, because then by next time I'll have an idea what actually you need to do. Now we're going to create our land vehicle. So speaking of vehicles, I'm thinking, I know it sounds generic, but I'm sort of thinking of doing a tracked one. Or like a vehicle with tracks, so some sort of tank. I think that would be cool. I'm not sure what sort of type of looking vehicle we want to use for this. I don't think there's any on the front page that I quite like. No, not really. I mean, we could use that, but it's sort of a bit generic, isn't it? I'm erring towards this, strangely. Or maybe this. Because we can put a nice big cannon on these, which might be cool. I'm thinking this one, actually. So let's start with this one. And we want nice big things, so I'm going to make it as big as I can. Oh, naughty! And then we are going to put some tracks on. Now, I think health and speed is pretty good. I'm not sure what the difference between these are. I think it's just how they look. Health and speed, health and speed, health and speed. It just really depends, I suppose, which ones we want. I'm liking the look of these, though, so maybe we'll put these on. In fact, we want to shift this whole thing down, because I didn't know how high up it was going to be. And I'm thinking, can we make this bigger? Oh, it'd be cool if we did something like ridiculous like that. At least it would be different. Maybe make it a bit thicker upwards. Now, does that look silly? I kind of like it in a strange way. No, I like it. I like that it's over the top. We're going to keep that. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Tough shit. Okay, and then we're going to put one of these on. Maybe? No, that looks a bit silly. Now, what would actually be the best for this? It's sort of a tank. Maybe something like this. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It sort of looks like a JCB digger, or something that you'd see in like a construction site. Quite like that, though, because we are industrious. So there we are. There's the link there. Economic. Now, what the hell does this do? Hang on. Economic power. Oh, I see. So we don't actually have weapons. I get it. So these are the things we put on here. So basically we want to put these things on. It doesn't really matter what we put on. I'm quite liking the look of this thing, if I'm honest, because it looks very over the top. I'm going to make it massive as well. There we go. Is that going to spin, or is it now just stationary? Oh no, it does. Look, there we go. It's pumping the money. Pumping the money. So 50% economic, 38% health and 12% speed. I'd quite like a bit more speed if I'm perfectly honest. Can we gain any speed from these? No, we don't. So what we're going to need to do is actually add a bit of speed in terms of these. What we could do is put some of these on the back. (22, 33, 45). I quite like that split if I'm honest. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put some lights on it, because in style of me, I like putting lots of shit on these. Now we want some big beam lights on the front, I'm thinking. And actually I think we just want a lot of lights in general. So we can put one of these in the middle, because it kind of looks like a number plate in a way. Although strangely I've noticed that on American cars you don't actually have a front number plate, which is very weird. We have front number plates in the UK. And what else? We can put some of these on the front, I suppose. I kind of want some different coloured ones, though. No, I don't like those stick out so much. Maybe these ones. What does that look like? No, it's still not coloured. What about this? Yes! Actually, no, that looks a bit silly. It looks like it's got ears. Quite like that now, so I'm going to keep it. Okay. Ring of light. Oh! Thank God there's a Control-Z option. So actually, no, we're going to get rid of this because I don't like it. Is it this one that looks different? Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to put this on the front here. Complexity is still fine. We're running out of money slowly, but it's not too bad. We're going to put a big one of these on the back and make it massive. And perhaps put these on here as well. Yeah, kind of like that. We might as well put an aerial. But we only want one of them, so let's hold down A and put this on. Like so. It looks very over the top, doesn't it? I like that though. And then of course police lights, because why not? Cool, I quite like this. Okay, so the Trekosaurus, that is the name of it. It is well shiny in it. Right. Love. Get your tits God, what is wrong with me? Okay, and then we're going to colour it. I'm so offensive, I'm sorry. Oh, I quite like that, running in the JCB theme. Yeah, we're going to keep this, I think. Well, we could have orange. I think I've fallen in love with this one. Yeah, like it. We're going to keep that. Trekosaurus. There we are. Very nice indeed. Very, very nice. I think we're going to have one of those annoying camera tutorials again, which is going to be fairly irritating, to say the least. But we'll do it so quickly that you won't even know. Or is that just in the tribal stage? I honestly can't remember. Here we are, the Trekosaurus. I really like that. God, it's massive. I think it's perhaps one of the biggest vehicles I've ever seen in the civilization stage, though I'm sure people have made bigger ones. The age of technology and transportation has arrived. Your city is the first to appear on the planet, but your species no longer speaks with a single voice. Soon other cities will arise, built by factions of your own species. You must unify to advance. You now control vehicles in the city planning for your nation, starting with its first city. You must interact with other nations when they appear to begin your quest for global domination. Let's look at your progress bar. This is your progress bar. Each city you conquer, convert or purchase will help you progress to your goal to control the entire planet. Your nation begins with a single speciality, but you can add more by conquering other cities. You can move the camera freely around the world. This helps you check in on other cities or vehicles to whom you have given orders. Let's pause for a moment and learn this. Go there, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there we go. Use the arrow keys. Use the arrow keys to pan the camera. What? Where's that? These. Use the arrow keys to... Alright, I did that, but it just ignored me. There we go. Oh, God. And use the mouse wheel. And click on this. There we are. So got all that rubbish out of the way. Look for nearby spice geyser like this one, then click on it and send your vehicles to claim it. Spice has become a valued commodity. Mining it will help fill your coffers of your nation. Okay, your nation's goals will appear here. Your first goal is to claim a spice geyser and begin mining operations. Controlling spice geysers will increase your nation's population, or production even. But before we do that, I think it seems like a good place to end it. So if you enjoyed the episode and want to actually help me in terms of those questions earlier of how to actually maintain our industrial streak, then please post those in the comments below. Also tell me what kind of buildings you'd like me to create in terms of the entertainment, the, what's the other ones? The industrial factory one and the houses, because I'd like to know that as well. And subscribe if you haven't done so already, and also leave likes, because that really helps support my channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Awkward goodbye. Awkward.